Agri Northwest calls for more security on farms. Chief Magistrate calls for strikes to be halted. With your latest news updates, I'm Hasina Gori. Farmers Union Agri Northwest has made a call for government to intensify security at the farms and rural areas in order to stop farm killings. This follows the latest farm attack in Ventersdorp area. 67-year-old farmer Johan Stinglich was killed outside his house on Sterkstrom farm yesterday. 2 suspects then attacked his wife Cora and allegedly raped her. The men fled with 2 cell phones. Police have arrested 1 suspect and are still searching for another one. Agri Northwest chairperson Koyanse van Vieren.
We can't accept it. And I'm from opinion that from now on, the government has to do something to ensure every citizen life in the country and to ensure that everybody will be safe where he or she wants to stay. I don't think it's acceptable that farmers can be murdered like these people yesterday. The man murdered like an animal. I would like to see that people who found guilty for such murders.
The Chief Justice of South Africa has again urged magistrates not to embark on their intended strike action over wages due to begin today. Chief Justice Mogoeng says such actions would jeopardize the welfare of the people whom they are obliged by the Constitution to serve. He says he's satisfied that the Magistrates Commission has put in place adequate measures to deal with any disruptions in the justice system. The strike comes after the disgruntled magistrates took the Remuneration Commission to the Constitutional Court to argue for a better wage dispensation. Judgment in that matter has been reserved. Relatives of the victims of Friday's horror bus crash in the Hex River Pass at Didwans have gathered in Khayelitsha to travel to Worcester, where they will identify their loved ones. The group was prevented from doing so at the weekend, as forensic pathologists said the bodies were not ready for viewing. 24 people died when the double-decker bus crashed into the mountainside and overturned. They were members of the 12 Apostle Church in Christ, returning from an International Women's Day celebration event in Mpumalanga. Tandise Mawo reports.
A few relatives are waiting anxiously at the community hall as the buses arrive that will take them to Worcester. Flowers covered in pink and yellow wrappings are laid on the floor of the hall. Linda Zilindlovu spoke of her anguish to discover only yesterday that her cousin Boniswa was among the bus victims. Zilindlovu says she's crossing her fingers that her cousin will be found at the hospital, not the morgue.
And finally, Syria's opposition coalition meets in Istanbul in neighboring Turkey today to select their first rebel prime minister. The rebel premier will be tasked with running daily life in large areas of Syria freed from government control but desperate for basic services. A former agricultural minister, an economist, and a communications executive lead the race. Delegates from groups within the umbrella Syrian National Coalition will vote. The winner will have to form a rebel government and try to negotiate with the regime of President Bashar al-Assad.